All right, back to RSG. One mic. We're still in the cipher, talking about any given weekend. It was great to have our guy Mo with us here. He had to jump off, but Red Insurance is going to be one of our segment sponsors there when we go out to the Maui Invitational. My man Darnell and I and the rest of the crew will be out there in Vegas covering the crew, and so it's great to have him come on and spend a
Oh,
few minutes.
Darnell going? My
Well,
man.
yeah, he young.
Darnell going? My
You'll,
man.
you'll probably,
What's up?
part of the internship. We trying to part of the internship.
Yeah.
I gotta bring.
Internship.
I'm just messing with it.
What was an internship? I've been here for like 2 years or 2
Nah,
years.
he's a vet.
Nah, man. He's a full-fledged employee, man. Don't
I gotta
intern,
bring
man.
him. He is a staple, and we gotta bring the youth. We probably bring the youth movement. He's the future.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Move back into the back of the studio and
Okay.
he's gonna sit in the big chair. He's gonna hand the whole thing. I gotta hand it over to him. So I gotta
just keep him off the crap. Keep him off the crap tables, though. Keep him off the crap tables, though. Please.
Yeah,
don't let him take his money.
Don't
have him out there gambling, man.
I'm gonna tell him
the crap tables, man.
Damn self.
I'll be out there gambling with Adrian Brony.
I'm gonna say right now.
The fight that weekend. No,
you fight that weekend, really? Okay.
Crawford and Porter is the weekend before.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much going on that day. It's so packed. You like in the arena because it's back to back. It's there. Interviews, it's gonna be a great experience. I'm glad Mo is coming on, bringing his company support. We're trying to get some other folks to try to make this thing go. Oh, on the pro side, on Sunday, boy, the Cowboys.
Well, Dak's hurt, man. I mean, come on. I mean, we're not stupid. Dak's hurt, dude.
It was more than that. Their defense, like your boy,
defense is awful too. But if you three and out, the defense is going to be tired and they're going to break down anyway. I mean, Jalen Smith's gone. I can't blame Jalen Smith anymore. Yeah. They got rid of him, and the Packers got rid of him too. So let's just. Dak's not healthy. They should have played Cooper Rush for another week. But we talking about McCarthy, the dumbest coach in the NFL.
So Young, and you heard this position. Young, and what do you is that just are we chalking it up to that, or do you see something?
I didn't watch the game in its entirety. I only saw highlights, but from what I've seen, I think it's just he got to charge it to the game. Dax, like Hammer said, he's not fully back. He's not healthy. I mean, the offense is not gonna be it's not the level that's gonna be come playoff time. But at the same time, you got to give credit to the Denver defense. Denver has some studs on their defense, and
they let Vaughn go, right? You let one of the best players go, right?
Vaughn was inactive, bro.
Yeah, but Vaughn was already hurt, though. Vaughn was hurt when they let him go.
He's already hurt. He's inactive, bro.
He's a psychological leader.
Well, Surtain got hurt, though. He's hurt, man. He's hurt. He's out.
Yeah, they shouldn't have come in there. That's a win you got to have. Like, Broncos can't beat.
That's Vic Fangio, bro. That's Vic Fangio. Vic. I wish you the Bears coach. Vic can coach, man. Again, Vic can coach, dude. You need to get a quarterback, but Vic can coach. People want to play for Vic. They play hard for Vic, dude. I mean, they go through a brick wall for Vic.
Given where the Cowboys were, they shouldn't have beat them. Okay, let's go to the Bills. They got humbled by the Jaguars. I don't know what's happened to the Bills. Now, what's their excuse? I was like, the real Josh Allen, please stand up. What? I'm gonna go with you, Young, and then come back, Hammer. Like, what do you make of the Bills? There was some talk about do they need a real the quarterback Josh Allen back and kind of get it in a little bit more and get some running game. Is this one of those things? It's just a bad week for the Bills.
They don't have a running game. Like what running game were they going to fall back on? I think they are what they are. You got to live with the good, live with the bad. I think the defense still played well. I mean, they do have some pieces there. Your boy Greg Rousseau, he's running into a pretty good player.
I told you, didn't I tell you?
Well, I tell you? Well, my position wasn't that he's going to be a bust. I never said he was going to be a bust. Never said he was going to be a bad player. What I said was I didn't believe he was an edge rusher. So, like the way I break down positions is I'm breaking down specific positions. So you could be an outside linebacker. So let me put it this way: Von Miller is listed as an outside linebacker. and so is Darius Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
But they're two completely different players.
Yeah.
Darius Leonard's an off-ball linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
He plays off the ball. He's
Mm-hmm.
the normal, stack kind of linebacker. And Von Miller's an edge rusher. So when I look at my top edge rushers, I'm not putting Greg Rousseau on there, especially when from the tape that I've seen of him in college, because he doesn't have the bend. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't bend the edge. He doesn't have the technical refined skills that I would like out of an edge rusher. But what I said was I think he'll be a good defensive lineman because if I was coaching the team or if I was the GM, I'd pick him, but then I would have him. I try to turn him into a Calais Campbell type and use his strengths.
Yeah, he's playing line. He's playing line.
But that was my position.
Yeah, precisely. He's playing line. He wasn't. That's why I told he was never going to be an outside linebacker. That's a joke. He was going to be a DN, a kind of tweener DN, which he's doing right now. He's got 3 sacks. He's got an interception, and he's going to have impact. And you can't coach, and you can't, again, 6'7", 6'8". It's unbelievable. But yeah, I agree that he wasn't. The techniques got to get better. That's what coaching's about. So, but he's playing much better than some people thought he would do because of the fact that I think he has the physical skills, and also I think he's got. I mean, people question his heart a little bit. I think he's got dog in him. He's shown that. So yeah. So
is the other Josh Allen? I mean, we look at what happened to the Jaguars. Are they starting to turn the corner, beginning to form something? Defensively, they was getting after it. Do you see something? Do you see Urban Meyer beginning to get them to go in the right direction? It don't mean they're gonna have a lot of wins, but do it look like they beginning to play with some type of personality, or was this just a blip?
I mean, they're taking a couple steps. They're taking a couple of steps, but I'm not saying they're going to right the ship completely. But yeah, I like Josh Allen coming out of the draft. But they're making a couple steps.
Yeah, it feels it feels like you don't hear as much craziness around them. It seems like they just settled in the beginning to play. I don't know what that means, but it feels like a lot of the circus is out the room, and they gotten down to just playing football, and they started to put.
But what's crazy about that is what sparked this turnaround was Urban Meyer staying in Ohio and having when he had his
Columbus
incident, when he had his little incident, that's when the team started playing better. So
because
I don't know.
He started playing better.
So he got to get in the trenches with him. The Rams got a little punked by the Titans. Like the Titans go without Henry, and they just come up there like, we got to start giving Vrabel some love around his ability to just next man up. Now, I mean, that was a good victory. So Hammer,
it was,
yeah.
Oh, I think Titans are really good. Like I said, you got Julio. You got AJ Brown. Tannehill, I think, is one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the league. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And so, I wasn't surprised at all. I mean, again, we're seeing the real Matthew Stafford show up. He's a loser. He'll always be a loser. So, this is where
you drive Darnell crazy, because you just make these absolute statements. Like there's no gray in your statement. Like you're in loser.
You're in
SoFi.
SoFi.
Anything he did in Detroit on Matthew Stafford.
You're in SoFi. The top player of the other team's out. You should ball out. Except for he was up there playing Carson Wentz, throwing dumb interceptions. It's like he went back in the future to Detroit. That's what he basically did. So it's that Detroit mentality. It never gets out of you.
But no, I said it's this what Keith said. In a season, Keith said this today. Every team is going to have a win they shouldn't have and a loss they shouldn't have. The key is, do you put that many of them together? And the Rams, it's a loss they shouldn't have, but I don't think it's going to define who they are in the season, especially when we're right here in the middle of the season. I think they're still going to be towards the top at the end. They're going to hype at the right point. He's playing well as he's playing. It was a bad loss, but I think it had more to do with Vrabel getting the Titans ready to play and doing what they kind of do. It's kind of like we lose. they got players over there too, and they can ball out. Yeah, they're missing Henry, but they dogs came to play, and it's one of those games, right? It was a bad loss, but every team is going to have one of those losses. It's what you doing that next week, and he's been having a damn near MVP like season. So I'm not going to say that. All the other things have been going. Now, if he strings 3 or 4 of these games together, then you and I can revisit this. But Detroit
I blame McVay
Detroit,
too. I blame
Detroit,
McVay
done,
too, though. I blame
Detroit done
McVay.
had Barry Sanders, Billy Sims, Herman Moore,
Mm-hmm. Calvin
Megatron.
Johnson,
A
yeah.
whole bunch of people went in there
Calvin Johnson,
and had to just go there where their spirits died. He found a way out. He escaped Alcatraz. And I ain't gonna get on him for escaping Alcatraz. I'm gonna give him his flowers
yeah.
right now because he was able to see freedom. He must have talked to the Harriet Tubman of football. He got out of there in some way or whatever shape or whatever. But I'm not gonna get mad at him. He got to keep doing it. Now he got to win it. He got to win some playoff games. Then you and I are gonna have that conversation. He got a
Mm-hmm.
team. He should win some playoff games. But I'm not gonna. I'm
I
not
blame
gonna.
McVay too. McVay should establish the run more. The run wasn't
Yeah.
established with Henderson and Michelle, and that was a problem. 48 passes, too many. I know we're a passing league, but there should have been more balance as far as attack. So I blame McVay as well. But again, Mike Vrabel is an excellent coach, and they fired Malarkey for a reason to hire him after getting the playoffs. Because they knew he was a better coach, and so he's an aspiring coach. And AP I think still shows he got a little in him. McNichols. I mean, they're gonna plug it in until they get hopefully they get Derek back. But I don't know. I mean, you break a foot that big, man. I don't know, man. I would sit him down to myself. So yeah.
And Young, this might not fit into the any given Sunday thing, but looking at the situation in Cleveland, would you make a Baker's performance? I'm gonna put, and where the Browns are. Did Baker do enough in that performance to let you know, okay, he got this going forward, or do you still see he gonna have a long road to toe?
Well, in my opinion, Baker always played better without Odell. So
Yeah,
um,
Mm-hmm.
it's just par for the course. I mean, clearly him and Odell didn't get along. So
No.
it seemed like he intentionally wasn't throwing him the ball at points. And so now that he's off the field, he spreads the ball more around because when Odell was on the field, it's almost like like in basketball, when you have a guy on the court like Tony Allen, you say, "Oh, it's 4-on-5. We don't got to guard Tony Allen." Like the famous playoff series when the Warriors said, "You know what? We're going to put Andrew Bogut on him and see what." It just as like a sign of disrespect, but it was almost that kind of deal with the Browns. So like now that he's gone, they can he'll throw the down with people's Jones. He'll throw to the other guys. You know what I'm saying? And also on the ground game, I mean the O line. There was Wyatt Teller. Wyatt Teller got paid, and he proved why he should get paid. Like the offensive line was they was working. I mean they was moving the ball on the ground. I mean I think the Browns are a, a much better team when they're more balanced, and I think they showed that. And he performed well because I think he performed free.
Mm, mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, we're halfway through the NFL season. There's gonna be many more stories. We're gonna have the Nagy Watch. There's gonna be a lot going on. It's any given weekend. College football, they're arguing on the polls. A lot of stuff is gonna be going on. Football. We got college basketball. We got so much going on. We got the women out here playing hoops. It's a lot of good stuff happening right now. This is a good time of the year. NBA is beginning to rev up. This is a great time of year, and I'm excited to kind of as we push through this kind of season. We're gonna drop the mic and give each of us, in the spirit of Hank, we have to pour one out for our lost homie. Boop. We'll but we're gonna end up, doing our little
Oh,
spiel.
is he all right, man? He just thinking, oh yeah, he's all
We,
right. Seriously, is he all
we'll
right?
figure it out. We just like, sometimes people just need time away, and we're gonna try and figure out how to bring him back
Okay.
into the fold. But we trying to we take 3 of us to manage what he would probably do by himself because we that kind of. So Hammer, what's the final word you want to share with the people? They drop the mic.
Well, people, the final word is that a suffering. This is a tale of a suffering Bears fan. Through 4 in a row loss. We had the most incompetent coach in pro football. 12 penalties. I want to say all the Bears fans watching right now, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. We've dealt with Mark Trespin before. We dealt with Dave Wanstead. Don't give up, man. I mean, we just need to pray that the McCaskies will sell a ball club because they can't pay for $1 billion stadium, and we finally get some competence. Like the Bulls right now. We had a bunch of craziness for about 20 years, and now you look right now. This Bulls team is giving people hope. I mean, we got Lonzo Ball balling. We got Levine with a hurt thumb balling. I mean, not being a preempt, not going out there hurt and balling. Io's balling from Illinois, homeboy balling. Caruso balling. I mean, we got Patrick Williams is out, unfortunately. But like I say, I hope we get Bagley for Kobe White. Be a great deal. So the main thing I say with our Bears, man, is that it's a sad situation right now. We got clowns off the street like Cassius Marsh, clowning and costing us football games. So but again, like I said, have hope, people. Better times are ahead. They have to be. We're rock bottom right now. It can't be any worse. It can't be any worse. Thank you very much. Drop the mic.
Okay, we got the message, brother. Thank you, and we'll be there with you in spirit. Youngin, what's the last word for the people as you drop the mic?
Hey, I'm gonna drop the mic with some boxing.
Yes, sir.
We had Caleb Plant versus Canelo last week. Canelo balled out. My prediction came through to T almost, because I remember saying I predicted it's going to be a late round stoppage. Caleb Plant's going to do good in the beginning, but as the pressure, as the fight wore on, the pressure was going to get to him, and eventually he's going to get stopped. I said it's going to happen in either the 10th or 11th round. It happened in the 11th round, so that was something. But another thing is, EA Sports is saying they bringing back Fight Night. This was the game of my childhood, the boxing game. They stopped making it. The last game they made was 2011. Yeah. You know how long ago 2011 was. They started making the UFC games, and man, they finally bringing Fight Night back. And the last thing I'm gonna leave you with is Keyshawn Davis, the Olympian from the U.S. He is now training with Terrence Crawford. I mean, this is something for the development of Keyshawn Davis, and just to see what type of talent he can turn into in the future. I think that's this is big. I think this is a big thing, and I'm gonna leave you with one quote from Mel Tucker. I always leave you with an inspirational quote. This is a quote from Mel Tucker. It says, "You can either live with the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Deal with your pain."
That's a great quote. That's why brother's gonna be LSU. That's why it's gonna be LSU. That's a great quote. Like I said, we trust. That brother's showing.
I feel like I don't need to say anything after that. I just want to say, from all of us at RSG, coming up on Veterans Day, we just want to be able to say thank you for all you do to keep us safe. And we know that people are deployed around the world, and our veterans who are here just recovering from all the things they had to do to protect us, to be able to be on this show and share what we have to share every day. So we appreciate you here at RSG. I thought about it as I watched the Steelers. They always do this piece every once in a while. They do it on Rocky Blyer, and you have a chance to even his story of going to Nam and coming back, and people saying he'll never be able to play football, and he ends up playing in those 4 Super Bowls and being a significant player in it. Just that had an impact on me as a young person. I was always a Rocky Blyer fan. Something I just gravitated to in his story as well. So I wanted to make sure I did that. And in the spirit of that, I'm just such a Tomlin fan. I do this every week, but I think Mel Tucker is that Tomlin-like guy. And it's just something about, that, if Mel Tucker was at Michigan State, I'd probably be a fan of him. But Tomlin continues when you want to just say he can't do it again, you look it up and he is going to have another winning season. And just doing it patchwork, rebuilding, retooling in the middle of a season, finding a way to win. Are they going to go to the Super Bowl? They got some pieces. They're not where they need to go to that. But damn it, when his team is going to compete. And it just reminds you that you can control your destiny. You have a whole bunch of odds against you. But if you believe in your circle that you got what it is to push forward, and that's all that matters. Can you believe what circle you in? It's important. And I saw that witness tonight with one of my really good friends who've been working on this project forever. And it looked like it was about to go down as a brother who was trying to make something happen in one of our urban communities in America. And had all kind of forces with him, and out of nowhere, somebody called for the vote. And he got the project. When it looked like it wasn't, it's like when you are doing good work, when you are pressing forward, somebody gonna get stirred up to do the right thing. And so, I see, with coaches like Tomlin and other folks, and just people in life who just persevere, who no matter what people say, they don't let other people write their narrative. It's just inspiring. So I hope you take in charge of your narrative, and that you decide on what you're going to do. Don't let anybody stop you from doing it. So until we get to the other side of this, y'all, we see y'all on the other side. This is RSG. This is D. Wilson. With my brother over here, the youngin, for the hammer. We'll see y'all on the side. Peace.
Peace. Can you read this about Dakota Dozier, man?
Today, yes. Today, as we start the show, this one mic. We hail. There is a pause throughout the stadium as this man sounds like he just coughs up a lung. They're looking around. The Jumbotron shows and pans the cheerleaders, and as it goes down each cheerleader's face, each one breaks up into laughter, which at this particular time destroys half the stadium. The other half is still trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Does this guy need CPR or something? And then at that particular time, I lost it. Devon's brother. Yes. Today,
Blog Talk Radio.
Show this one mic.
Phoenix is another place. They got a great training staff. They were able to breathe life back into Shaq. And if you can do that, people talk a lot about their training staff.
Blog.
Yes. Today, as we start this show, this one mic.